Lion would be a little bit safer play, but it's not even that easy to play Lion against AM now with the spell shield. Yeah, you get counter spells and
yeah.
It's really scary getting counter spells. I played Anti-Mage against some Beastmaster. He tried to roar me and I just killed him. I just pressed E and he roared himself and he died.
You've got to be so prepared to play around it.
It's very scary.
It really messes you up.
Oh, Phoenix.
Okay.
So bigger team fights. Now they add a lot of team fight
I
control.
like it, and it's also one of those heroes that counter spell, and you've got no targeted spells, so you don't have to worry about that. You know, you can throw out whatever you want at this anti-mage. He ain't gonna come back at you.
I think that was a really smart pick. Would work better than most of the things I had in mind. Of course, Kuro still shows that he has some some ideas when it comes to drafting. But this rounds up their draft very nicely. They have good late game between Slark and Lone Druid. They have really potentially strong laning stage here with Slark against melee heroes. Oh, it's going to be Lone Druid mid against Ember mid, I think. That looks like...
That's a tough lane for the Ember, isn't it? Or
I would say so, but Ember also did get the recent, the Sleight of Fist buffs. I don't know if it's enough to really help in laning stage, though. I've seen some people go Sleight of Fist max now due to the changes and try to play around the bonus damage because they made the Sleight of Fist even stronger. However, I would still say it's probably a Lone Druid favored lane.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, yeah, I have to sort of feel, I like what Liquid's doing. I think the way that they've been playing and making sure that Miracle gets his quick first major item, like if they can do that here, get him a good timing on Shadowblade, they could cause a lot of issues for Arme's anti-mage.
And then I want to just cut you out. So there's one thing about Sleight of Fist. You can still Sleight of Fist while you're being pounced.
Okay.
So that's like one of the few save abilities that you can actually use. Buys you some time.
Yeah.
It buys you quite often enough time that you're then gonna remnant out. If there's like, some heroes and some creeps, with the Lone Druid, there could be an extra target with a bear and a hero. It might buy you enough time to jump away, which is interesting. There's a lot of like new mechanical things to learn with all the addition of leash, with the addition of a counter spell and anti-mage. There's things working in ways that you don't expect sometimes.
Oh, well, let's see.
So do you favor Liquid's draft? Would you say?
I think I like the fact that they have the Slark and the Lone Druid. The fact that if the game goes on, that they are going to have Matu sort of covering the later stages as well, if it needs be. But I don't know, the Arme anti-mage, like, at the same time, if he does get away with getting a good start and Miracle's sort of unable to invade his jungle and find him and kill him, like, this anti-mage could become a real terror.
I'm a pretty big believer in the Arme mage for sure, but I'm not so sold on anti-mage and Ember in the same team. It is greedy.
But that's something you don't see all the same time.
It depends how fight-oriented we'll see maybe play, but most of the times that I've seen him play Ember, he is pretty farm-oriented as well.
Okay.
But maybe he can change it up, Maybe he has the ability here to play more aggressively. Because I think he will have to be the space-creating carry. And Anti-Mage should be the real hard carry.
Yeah, they need to make sure... Yeah, I mean, he wants to make sure, really, that Miracle's hunting him rather than his Arme Anti-Mage.
This new AM set looks crazy.
It's pretty funky, isn't it? Is this part of the brand new chest?
Yeah, it's one of the newer ones.
Very nice. Oh, is this like the very rare of the set, isn't it?
No, this is just actually a common. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a common. I mean, it's one of the normal ones. I think it looks good, actually. I didn't like the previous set, but the most recent chests, I like it. The troll looks cool. I don't know. The lich looks awesome. No, a little bit of a fight. Using the Drunken Brawler, trying to fight up, but it's out now.
I think Chalice is going to die for this, isn't he?
Maybe. It's really close. But he gets away. And that's the tag team. He survived the tag team only because he has Drunken Brawler.
Yeah.
No other man can live through that.
No. That extra bit of booze helping him with that 50% dodge chance. Keeping him safe.
We'll have to keep a little bit of an eye on the mid lane here and see... how this is gonna match out, because I feel like Matuba Man might be favored a little bit, but been proven wrong before by maybe.
Oh, let's see how this goes. So
the wraparound.
Oh.
Okay, so they do the tag team. Not getting too many hits though, because he used his Drunk Brawler.
Again, yeah, given that 50% evasion, but GH is trying his best with the body blocks.
Oh,
Oh!
oh
They'll get him this time. First, but and again, it is exactly what we expected from Liquid. This tri-lane that's just going to make sure that Miracle has such a good time. And it's just interesting to see sort of the meta shift back, at least where some of these top teams, going back to this tri-lane, where these dual lanes just, they just end up feeding.
Yep. And we'll see if they can stop the feeding, but he's
yeah.
back in there, and now with Pounce, level 2, or with a level 2 close.
Body blocks from GH.
Rubik is really going for the kill, though.
He's
going
going to get it. Oh, Fairy Fire.
Oh, he has a salve, too. He's not going to die.
I mean, this is the scary thing about when they do get their level 2s, Liquid.
Yeah,
they're just going to get these kills every time.
But fortunately, this means that the lane is now pushing in. So for LGD, they're in a really good spot now, as opposed to if they didn't fight there, then Slark would just keep the status quo on the lane. But now it's pushing in, and that's a good thing for a Brewmaster. One team with Fade Bolt, the other team with the Phoenix attack speed slow.
Yeah,
both of them are struggling to last hit.
Not a fun lane to see us in.
Oh.
This mid lane.
He wishes he could kill that bear. Not too far away, but he knows his limits.
And we're seeing pretty even farm between the two of them. 10 for 1 on Maybe, 9 for 2 on the Timmerman. So trading farm for the moment being on that middle lane. And bottom lane, of course, what are we seeing? Mind control.
Yeah, he's sort of thrown to the wolves down here.
Yeah.
Like, he's not getting any help at all. He's just straight up laning 1v2, and it is difficult to do so, but he's also against a double melee lane, and he is sanking. So I think he should hold his own pretty well here. They have no way of dealing with Sandstorm and Caustic Finale. But,
I mean, is there a reason why sort of LGD keep Xnova down here rather than trying to turn this dual lane into a tri-lane?
I guess just getting more experience out of it and trying to take something away from the sanking. Because sanking still... Like, sanking CS is really low, so he did a lot of work in just shutting him down already. But I also think sanking should start getting more farm the moment Elder Titan leaves, so it's probably good that he stays down here.
Yeah, he's just making these pulls, getting the
lane
in a better situation. CS on the top lane, Miracle 15 for 6.
FY and his crazy sets, man. These bugged outs.
Yeah, this is still that TI one, isn't it? The artifact or whatever it's called.
Oh, it was a special...
it was the super rare one. That's
no. It's not that.
Oh, no, this is the bug thing,
This is the bug with the Observer Ward.
That's right,
He took the gem from the Observer Wards, put it into a hero set, and then it looks like crazy.
Well, which items he got it in? Wait, how do we see?
Yeah, you can find it in one of these.
That's it, the Bleak Hallucination.
Yeah.
FY fanboy. So, dude, he got it from a fan. He got it for free.
Yeah, you can't even make those anymore. So.
Oh, can you not?
No, you can't.
Oh, damn.
So that's like ultra rare.
That is some swag. That FY.
Oh,
he's going to live as well. I mean, that was the item.
It's a good man to have some swaggy Rubik on, to be honest. He has the same thing on his Tusk, too. Oh, Chalice might be in a little bit of trouble here. Getting pounced up, tag teamed. Gets the clap out, though.
Of course.
Oh, pounce. Yeah.
Perfect trap. Kill is set up there for Miracle. Mid lane, Matu getting a bit of pressure on. Was able to pick up a double damage rune. And that's helping him break a little bit ahead now of Maybe.
Yeah, still very even, though, on the mid lane. He's doing a good job being really aggressive with level 5 on Lone Druid, because, of course, that's when you start having the entangled chances. You can start getting some pressure. But, man, I'm really amazed by LGD's safe lane, what they have done here with just Elder Titan and AM.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't feel like they're that strong against Sanking.
But they're getting him total free farm, aren't they?
They are.
35 and 11.
Two Wraith Bands going for a third.
It's absolutely the way to go.
It is.
As Mind Control will look to set up for a 5-minute rune. Xnova.
And Lone Druid is there too to take the other one. Xnova did steal that one though from Sanking.
I'll take that.
You say Matsu making the walks as Kuroki will hover around that mid lane. GH sort of around as well. Not really a super easy kill, as Maybe is just about to hit that level 6. And then we'll have the Remnants to rely on. Chalice and FY getting a bit more space. They do scan it out, so Kuro knows exactly what spot Maybe is farming.
It's a nice spot too, having a medium camp that close to the mid lane. Some heroes like Ember benefit a lot from that, because they have the spell damage to farm it, and it's so close and accessible. As opposed to having Ancient near the mid, Ember doesn't really make any use of Ancient camps. So Some nice warding for sure.
I mean,
They're
if
gonna try
one,
and dive him.
yeah, I was going to say, if one creep dies, he'll have the 6. So he's just picked it up, but with the root there from the bear, he cannot play his way out of that one.
Yeah, even if he did jump there, he would still just get killed. And they might even camp his spirit a little bit. Well, gonna run after and find X-Nova.
Oh, turn towards him instead. They got the tag team damage.
Oh my god,
He's
it
just
hurts
getting
so
punched
much.
by the 2. He'll go for a stomp. Kuro could not quite keep his distance. And it doesn't look like it'll matter too much as they'll shard him.
He's stuck.
X-Nova, he has used the shrine, though, and this will give time for a TP to come through from FY. Also, the rotation from Maybe comes in as they look to close in onto GH. GH, can he get himself out of this one? There's no change for 10 seconds, but there is a stomp. GH held down and in place. So pop the stick charges, and now it's Liquid Shrine, not enough. GH gets cut down by the Slider Fist.
I wonder if the Slider Fist buff actually made a difference there. Because the damage.
It looked close.
Look
I
even
mean, it
at
was
level
only
1.
level 1.
40 damage. I mean, 30 damage would maybe not have killed him.
It
don't
looked
know.
close.
It was
may have
definitely
done
close
so.
to him
Yeah.
living. The top lane, we see a bit of aggression onto the Brewmaster.
Boom trap once again. As more kills being set up for this top lane. So Miracle, he's getting involved in the action, but he's not quite CSing as well as Arme. Arme is still just getting everything from this lane. As it really just seemed that the pressure from mind control this game isn't there.
Yeah, and now he's the one being pressured instead, taking all his mana all the time. He might actually just blink after him again, but I don't
yeah, I
think
was going to
he
say, if
has
he can blink once more and get a few hits in, but we'll be under the tower.
it. Would be very aggressive
Yeah.
to go under tower though.
A little too aggressive.
After all, an anti-mage should be happy when he has free farm.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't need to chase for kills like that. As long as he's happy that
X-Nova again
pressure him out
on
lane.
the shrines.
He is. These shrines are saving this boy time and time again. This time, it may not be quite enough. GH does have a shard still, but hey, it looks like it is. He's too beefy. GH and Kuro can't finish off the kill. Chalice will turn up as well to push them away.
They did force out 2 shrines that didn't really lead to him like healing up though.
Or maybe he does still die. No, GH can't quite get the shard trap. Maybe he's here with the turnaround. They'll look towards Kuro. Kuro gets rooted. They have the damage as well before he's able to dive away. As LGD get a
he
kill.
emptied
Arme,
it.
he wants some action.
Yeah, he has all the Wraith Bands. He's ready to fight.
The snowball to get up to the high ground, but Chalice is there with the collapse slow. As Arme will find the chance to set up for some glory. GH tries to play his way out, but is unable to do so. As Arme claims the kill, he'll clean up a little stack as
have
well.
a stack here. Oh, nice.
Works out for the anti-mage. As Arme gets...
Yeah, it was good time for him to leave bottom because there was a lone druid pressuring him.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit surprising to see him go for the gank, but makes sense when you don't really want to be against lone druid.
Chalice has to be a little careful too. Mind control and Matumamat having a bit of a poke. He's got a little bit of evasion there from the Drunken
He's
Puller,
locked
but
up.
it will now end. He gets trapped up as well. Shards from GH. Set up for the 1 kill. And maybe even more as FY pops the Caustic Finale. X-Nova also trying his best to run away, but they're on top of him with the Burrow Strike, the Snowball, Liquid clean up on this bottom lane. This is why Arme left the lane, you know. He's like, guys, come on. We're getting it. We're not fighting here. This is a danger zone, and Liquid certainly showed that.
Yeah, we were talking about it recently, like in one of our previous games, how TPing in to defend a tier 1 tower is dangerous to do. It's just because the opponent can have already compromised that position, you know? You don't have any wards down there. If you're LGD right now, that was very, very not brave, maybe foolish in this case to try and defend. But it's normal. You have anti-mage top. You want to try and create space by having everyone else somewhere else, you know?
What's this? Getting a mask first this game on Arme.
Yeah, we typically see this with Magnus in your team, but we'll see Arme here just, you know,
I mean,
able to fight.
especially, interesting that he does this in a game where he is getting such good farm that you would imagine that the temptation is going to be more so to just get that Battle Fury as quick as possible. But stepping for the mask on the way.
This way he didn't fall to the pressure of the Snark there. He was able to stand his ground and fight.
It is. It allows him to trade hits a little bit, just still have to be aware of the Essence shift stacks.
It still gives you a little bit worse regen perhaps than Ring of Health, but when you are fighting the creeps, then it's higher.
I mean, the question is, it's not going to be sort of the old school Vlad's anti-mage straight up. Like, you must imagine he still goes for the Battle Fury, right?
He might go for the Vladimirs before.
Okay.
We've seen Miracle do Vladimirs, but it's been with Magnus though. So I'm not sure about skipping. Like, I'm sure he goes back for Battle Fury.
You'd imagine, wouldn't you? I'm interested to see what Arme does do. Yeah, okay. So he is going to go back for the Battle Fury.
Because if you don't go for that, you would basically have to go like Maelstrom. But
You've got to
that
go
build is
some
sort
farming item,
of not popular anymore.
But this is one thing that's also nice about this is that you are playing anti-mage in a game where the Slark is going to have a decent timing on the Shadow Blade. So at least with the lifesteal, you're never going to be jungling on low HP, are you? You're always going to be full HP when you're jungling.
That's one sort of thing about it, that you're going to stay high HP a little bit easier. But Ring of Health still keeps you quite high HP, but this helps when you see he moved out his Stout Shield. So now he can actually stay full HP without Stout Shield.
Sure, and
which
you can keep the Wraith Bands
You can't really do that with Ring of Health.
No.
Because you need your Stout Shield at that point. So a little bit better for that. We'll see if he can make some cute plays with his counterspell in this game as well. There's a lot of things to counterspell, you know. The Sand King's Burst Strike, the Snowball.
I see LGD looking to force Liquid out of this half of the map. So Supernova's going to be used, but they kill it in time. LGD will be able to find Kuro.
Big dive top as well, as Matuma Man kills FY, just running him down. He's so fast.
Down bottom, the chase hasn't quite ended. Chalice does have Primal Split available if he needs the use of it. But as it seems, maybe with the chains could be enough to lock down GH. GH trying his best to run away with the tag team, but the clap slows there. GH trapped in by his own shards will fall as they have eyes
just
on
watching
Mind
his
Control.
friend die for so long there. He's like, I can't go in.
And now he's getting jumped on. He's got the Sandstorm to evade them a little bit. They don't have True Sight down around this area, so he will manage to escape.
Oh, is he queuing up? Is that a crystal? Oh, is it? What did he
casual
buy? Is it a Blade Mail or a
let's see
Crystallis?
what he's got. It must be the Chrysalis, right?
Yeah, so he's going for the Crystallis and Desolator build.
Okay.
This is different
This
from what
the
he
full
normally
right
does, and it pushes faster, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've seen some range Lone Druids go for this build.
Yeah.
Which is
Minus
the
armor
Chrysalis.
is more valuable this patch, and Desolator was also buffed.
Yeah.
So
Maybe maybe this is like the build when if he feels like he's ahead. Maybe if he's behind, he goes for sort of the Maelstrom and the farming.
I think Maelstrom is just ultra bad against AM. Is the biggest thing.
That's also okay.
It's like if you ever want to have damage against AM as a Lone Druid, you need to go for a different build than Maelstrom. So makes sense from that perspective. I can't help but feel like this Anti-Mage could have been #1 in net worth in this game.
What
like,
if he didn't get the mask and went straight Battle Fury? Or?
Yeah, in some way, I feel like he's 2,000 behind the Lone Druid, but he had such free farm in the laning stage, and then he kind of, I guess he did get chased around, but I also feel like he has been joining more fights than perhaps he wanted to, and not really gotten more than 1 kill out of it.
Shots from GH not quite able to catch on to X-Nova, and it seems like Matuma Man isn't getting the roots. Nope. No roots today, so X-Nova will be fine.
Behind them though, Ember.
See, they get the chains. It's a set up onto the two of them. The X going to
he's
be there
stuck on Tusk.
once again. Remnant forward to get on top of the egg, but the Fear sending them back. They can't hit the egg in time. So the setup's going to be there for the dive forward onto maybe gets burnt down. Armate tries to jump in with a Mana Void. It's enough to kill off Matuma Man. Can he get himself anything more? The stun there from the Charlie's Primal Split onto Kuroki. They'll get Armate as well.
The punch from the high ground by Tusk. He did the ulti from the high ground.
And he's not done yet. He's rolling down onto FY. G8 is looking to try and catch out some more. Is he Mind Control? Not quite ready to go in and follow him, so they'll back off. I mean, Liquid, they lose Matuma Man and Kuroki, but they end up killing off both Arme and Maybe. There's
That's
just two
true.
big kills to find.
And leave it to GH to turn sort of a horrendous situation into an opportunity to surprise and kill the Anti-Mage. You know, like, they forgot that he was on the high ground. He was just standing up there.
All right, now Miracle, he's got the Shadow Blade. He's also got a DD rune to go. Bottle as well, ready to hold it.
You can pick it already. Oh, he's saving it as long as possible, I guess.
Oh, he's going to let Matu take it. So they're going to say, screw, we're going for a gank. We're just going to go for the Roshan.
Not in the bottle. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Could have still got bottle.
Could have
shots
filled
out,
the
yeah.
bottle. Matu. Not a nice guy, huh? Just snagged that.
He's just like, do not touch my double damage.
Yeah, I thought he was waiting for his backpack. I was like, wait, surely he knows about this, but it was just Matumba Man coming in to steal it. But he does take Roshan
They
really
get Roshan
fast.
incredibly quickly here. With the medallion as well. GH just picked up. Quick Roche for Liquid. As they are still quite far ahead. 4K lead. 10-8 at 15 minutes in. As Matuma Man on this Lone Druid just... He just gets so far ahead.
Yeah, he's just running places, doing stuff. And now it's like they're deathballing with the Lone Druid and everyone around him. And then Slark is playing solo and putting pressure somewhere else.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of pressure for this Anti-Mage. And it's very hard for him to find a good place to farm. He's going bottom now into jungle, but there are wards around there as well. So he has to be careful.
Still a bit of time until he's got the Battle Fury. It is still going to be good time, but he is going to have to rely on his team keeping the game going to the point where it's going to be enough time for him to catch up to this lone druid, as Matumbaman's just so far ahead.
The issue is that you never really care. Like, honestly, the timing on your Battle Fury is what people talk about the most, but it's the least relevant timing. The most important timing is your Manta style. Like, at what point are you fight ready on your AM? Yeah. It's basically what everyone wants to know. And normally you look towards 22 to 25 minutes is a good time window for Manta style to be done with Battle Fury. But looks like it might be later than that in this game. We'll see. Depends how much space he gets given now. But 22 minutes looks very, very tough to reach the Manta style and Battle Fury completed by at least.
GG moving up as 4 up top. Now I'm going to look for the setup though. Mind Control in with the blink straight away on top of Chalice, using the fear as well. Isn't enough to lock him down before the promise splits out. It is. They kill him off. Matumbaman does get jumped on though in response. He's in trouble. He has got the Aegis. He's going to be back for round 2. Mind Control turns. Quick stun onto maybe. Pounced in place. Cannot escape. As Liquid, they lose the Aegis, but they get 2 at the cores. Supernova was used for Encourage just to force the rest of them back. Mind Control tries to chase, but the Burrow Strike not quite reaching onto FY. Still, the Liquid taking the trade and looking to take a tower as well.
Yeah, but the Fate Bolt is there to grief them, and they have the Elder Titan Stomp. It's actually super good defense. The two of them can stop this push alone. That was pretty much a 5-man push that they just stopped entirely with 2 supports.
That's one of the strengths of the lineup, keeping the game going.
Yep.
So Arme gets the space.
That's pretty valuable to have when you have AM in your team, to have that good tower defense heroes. And it's not just the heroes, like FY just did a good job staying around it long enough to be able to Fate Bolt and pull the creeps off the tower there. Stop the push even earlier. The Slark, he's hunting. He wants something.
Good awareness from Arme to get himself immediately out of there.
Yep.
And the Deso is now done though. So Matumbaman 18 minutes.
And DD Rune.
Crystal, has he got an... What the hell?
Oh, does he see it? He sees it now.
DD Runes are everywhere. He's... Yeah, Mind Control's got the...
He leaves the bottle. He's like, use it this time, please.
Oh yeah. He's just dropped it at the rune.
He's just gonna take it, leave the bottle there. Actually, it looks like Slark is taking it this time.
Okay.
I guess the Lone Druid does hit hard enough already. That's a bit of mana for the... Or
oh no, he's just...
Is he back?
Oh no, okay, he's gonna keep it. Let's see. Let's see, Miracle. Double damage.
He can't just swoop in and take the DD Rune again.
No, I was sort of prepared for him to do that. Miracle was just sort of leaving it there. I don't know. Matu lets Miracle take it this time around so he can have kill opportunity.
LGD setting up for a top tower, but I feel like they need to be faster about this push because it's not really happening right now. They're hitting with only Brewmaster. And if they want to defend bottom, they TP it down, X-Nova. That means they're thinking about TPing in here. This is a risky defense.
Let's see if they can do it. Chalice and FY on the front, but Liquid, they have the full 5-man hit. Off the back of the push, Chalice is going to jump. Tower's still alive for now. They commit with the sleep. Sunray's going to be healing him up, and they've got the save from the Snowball. GH buys time. Mind Control, he's already in on top of FY with the Epicenter. That's going to be the Rubik gone. The Earth Brewlings are starting to die as Chalice has to be a little careful with the micro. With this ranged Lone Druid build, he has the damage. They do get the blink off in time though. Chalice is able to jump to the side, but look who's there ready and waiting with the wraparound Miracle. And his double damage rune allows him to have more than enough damage to pull Chalice apart.
This push is happening right now. You just use your Brewmaster ulti. This is disaster for LGD. I mean, with a Desolator as well on top of a Lone Druid, this is going to be such a fast tower. Look at it, it's just gone.
There's not a lot he can do to stop this, and he's been caught out. They have the Burrow Strike, the Snowball, and maybe just gets outplayed entirely.
Yeah.
He hangs around and allows himself to just get walked up and Burrow Strike by Mind Control.
He was probably too bamboozled by the Snowball coming in and was paying attention to dodging that.
Yeah, he was timing
but then
that.
The stun came in by Sand King.
Oh, no, he can't afford to make those misplays, maybe. I mean, I get, even if he doesn't die there, the Racks are probably dead nonetheless, but still.
It's just more to the already bleeding wound, you know.
Oh, mate, just got the blink back up. As you can see, Miracle. Oh! He knew he was going to go for the greed play there. So he was already prepared for him to come towards the boundary room, but didn't have the chance to pounce him. So Ame is able to still keep himself safe, as you say, working towards that Manta style that he desperately needs.
Yeah, he needs it because right now his team is not... I don't think they can take a single team fight until he has his Manta style. And that's still a while away. He's at 1,700 gold without the Yasha.
Because especially with this build that maybe's got.
The Slark is in on the Rubik.
Yeah, well, he'll back off, a little scared of poking too much. Because sort of with the Yule's drum, you just don't have the damage on this Ember, do you, at this point?
No, he's more space creating, but at this point I just feel like he can't finish the job on the Lone Druid. Lone Druid is too tanky, and he has a snowball save.
Yeah.
You need 5 heroes. You can't take these 4v5 fights. It's not going to work.
Because, yeah, I mean, why is he building so defensively? Because he's also queued up the Shiva's Guard, maybe. So what's the plan with this build?
Well, he's just feeling the threat. He's getting bursted. He's getting picked off. So that's why I was saying earlier that he normally plays greedier style, but with Ant-Mage, the new team, that's not an option. So he has to build this fighting-oriented. A little bit surprised they didn't go for even the Power Treads builds.
No, he's not. Hang on, yeah, he's not upgraded his boots.
Yeah, he hasn't. Power Treads
What's up with that?
good.
I mean, that's something that I feel like every pro in the world will argue, like, you've got to upgrade your boots in terms of efficiency.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, but it's also about when you do it on Ember. But typically, Ember is one of the first heroes to upgrade boots. Like, you do it early.
Especially when you're going for, like, the drums build. Like,
but this means that he's still... Oh, can he get out? He gets out. This means that he's still hoping for his travels. Because some people don't like power trips because you're going travels early anyway. Okay, they're chasing after. There's a shrine. Could be a fight here for
they're going to be a little careful. They know that Chalice has got the primal split up.
They waited out the shrine, so it didn't really have an impact.
Miracle. He's going to look towards him. They've got the setup with the fear. Have they got enough burst damage? They certainly do. The crits come in from a Tumba
This Atos is having some big impact as well now. Is it GH who has it, or is it...
it's Kuroki.
Kuroki's
managed to pick it up straight up after the Tranquils.
Yeah, this is a great item for him to have. I mean, it just assists so much in these fights.
I mean, this game it's turning into another bit of a stomp. It's only 22 minutes in, but it's an 11k lead for Liquid. LGD having to play behind with this anti-mage draft.
Yeah, I wouldn't cut them out though. Due to the fact that they have Ame anti-mage, he definitely can turn this game around if they get one good fight.
Like, he's not been in the fight, so it's sort of been a 4 versus 5 affair for the most part.
They're basically one good fight away from being completely even, is what I would call this game. But they're also one bad fight away from being down 2 racks, and that's when you pretty much lost. So a lot of tension right now. This next fight could be very, very decisive.
I was maybe shifting. I was actually queuing up the blink now.
Yeah, still.
We'll see. So he's still sort of deciding on how he wants to go with this build.
I wouldn't even be surprised for him to suddenly queue up the Boots of Travels as well, because that's such a big item.
If he's got the money, at that point he might consider. Yeah, does he want the blink? Does he want the bots?
So many items that you want as Ember here, but so little money. Feels bad. Seems like all of Liquid are looking towards the mid, and that means that LGD will get this top tower finally. But 24 minutes in, that tower stood for quite a while. Definitely longer than average.
Smoke up for Liquid to see if they can get a jump onto any unsuspecting members of PSG LGD that would head up for a defense.
Vlad and Medallion on the Tusk. That's really nice for him to keep people alive. And the full Daedalus on Lone Druid, as we saw.
I mean, he's just massive this game. I think we're starting to see, we're certainly seeing why they will just pick it first up. It has been in the past, one of Matuma Man's strongest heroes. And in this meta, he's got the build down. You play at range, this hero is ridiculously strong.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd never had a doubt that he would, come back with this Lone Druid. When I read the patch notes,
you're like, all right.
It definitely feels like both Lone Druid and Nature's Prophet got buffed a lot. Still haven't picked Bulldog's brains about that way he feels about it.
How about the Prophet? Yeah, we've not seen that much Prophet.
We really haven't, but he got the second instance of buffs again as well. Was it in the DOC patch? I can't remember, but he got even more. Oh, Anti-Mage does have the Manta style, so he did complete it before the 25-minute mark. So still completely acceptable timing. Like, he's not.
Yeah, it's just the fact that Liquid are that much faster.
Yeah, just that this Lone Druid is crazy big. Like, it's so much net worth. I would say this game will look really even if you just take away the Lone Druid entirely.
Whoa. To the side, get the 2 of them here. They found one. They'll look towards Mind Control. Will use himself up. Look to Burrow Strike away up to the high ground. He's got the Sandstorm. They do have the Sentry Ward down, so they see him and they'll claim it.
2 kills, just like that. When you're 13,000 gold behind is not bad.
Not
So
bad,
immediately they're going to back up, reset. They use the Brewmaster ulti, who might be a little bit in trouble if they chase him, but nah, he got the lift off and got out. BKB gonna be the next item on Lundrud. That's when he will get quite hard to disable, but even that could be solved by a farmed anti-mage, right? If he gets the Basher, he doesn't care if you have a BKB or not. He's gonna get you eventually, and he's building towards that Basher.
He is. He's climbing his way up there, Ahmet.
Yeah. This game is definitely on. I mean, this is what we were expecting, though. This is the series that I was looking forward to, you know, this morning, and this is only game 1, so
Yeah,
it's gonna get better as well.
And as you said, this is unlike sort of the games earlier where we would see this sort of lead, where it very much felt like it was over. This one, with the anti-mage, there's still there's always is the chance.
You can see by the respect.
Look how he's fighting. You know, give this sort of one more team fight. Arme's going to be up there on par with Matumama.
Yeah. I mean, you can see that there's a certain level of respect in Liquid by how they play now. They know that if they mess up one team fight and give Antimage a big lead, then suddenly, you know, this game becomes very difficult. Downside for LGD is that they have a...
Using the egg here to keep them away from the pit, and in fact, they just found the anti-mage. Oh my goodness. Arme's dead. There'll be a telekinesis onto the Phoenix. He's brought back Arme. They will find Kuro, but Kuro, he's already done his job here. He found the setup there to allow them to jump in and kill off Arme.
Yeah, they're not going to find more. They only got the Phoenix. Everyone else is pretty much out on the side of Liquid. So that's a very big blow towards the anti-mage.
Absolutely.
Losing so much gold there.
A lot of weight on Arme's shoulders. He can't afford to be on the front like that, especially heading towards the pit. They had the whole team there. It just happened to be that he was on the front lines.
I think he expected that they wouldn't see him, but they had a ward across the river that still saw him. So that's why he got surprise initiated upon, because they had a sentry and a ward around, right?
Yeah,
he
so
probably
he thinks this
felt
area is safe.
fairly safe, but it was not safe. That's one thing that you learn.
Mid lane, they get the jump in onto FY. And Chalice, he's going to head forward. He pops the Primal Split. There's going to be a buyback from FY here. They really want to try and fight around this Primal Split. Chase from Miracle.
BKB still used,
They did use both of them.
Yeah.
That's Miracle. Looking to come back in from the side, maybe. Jump in from Arme. Arme's committed. He's put the Manta Style. They've got the Fear, though. Mind Control gets the space to get out because of that Fear. That's Arme on a dieback.
Wow.
What's he doing? He can't afford to fight like this. They're now without the anti-mage for 100 seconds.
Yeah, they don't have the tools to deal with this. I mean, that's a poor Elder Titan with no net worth.
I mean,
FY, middle of
this
everywhere.
game may just be over off the back of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was horrendous for him. He cannot go in first like that. I mean, yeah, he didn't really go in first, but he needs like Ember to create a lot of space for him so that he can get his right clicks out.
I mean, their base is going to get destroyed. Liquid, they'll know that they can maybe even just go for the tier 4s.
I think they'll go Throne.
Yeah, there's still a tier 2 up top. So I'll play it safe and get at least the racks here before proceeding.
They'll take
it's a minute without the anti-mage.
I think. Or they can take Roshan, which is even safer. Roshan
That's
is
true.
up, so why not?
I think, as you say, still just showing the respect for LGD. They don't want to try and force anything too crazy. As sure, the anti-mage is dead for 50 seconds, but they can still put a fight together with a good setup from the ET.
Yeah, but
play it safe.
Yeah, they're just not underestimating, basically. And this Roshan is the safest play. And it's going to pretty much guarantee the win for them if they get it. So Brewmaster is already trying to head there and try to blink in and steal, but he's been found out.
Yeah, it's Miracle's on top of him. It's Chalice will be saved a little bit by the stun, but no, the Sunray from Kuro was enough. It looked like he should have been able to walk away, but he wasn't. He wasn't able to. And they're not done yet. Mind Control, trying to search for more.
Too much good stuff for him right there. And
all the space in the world, of course, for Matu to get Roshan. Aegis on him. Cheese is being held by the bear for now. And Liquid, you know, they don't even need Matumba, man. They're fighting here. They're on top of the Ember. They do get a good Earth Splitter, but it's still not quite enough damage to kill off Liquid. Chalice jumps in onto GH. A punch holds him back. Kuro, with the Supernova on the high ground, will draw the attention away from the rest of the team, but Chalice is dead. Chalice is gone. 70 seconds without that brew. Arme blinking in. Arme's got to be careful as Matumba is just picking them apart, left, right, center, inside the base.
FY just standing in his sandstorm, watching his friends die. Feels bad.
I mean, this game is getting massively out of hand. We sort of talk about the potential of a comeback with the anti-mage, but I think we're getting close to that just being out of the picture now. They're 22k behind.
Liquid, they just showed the damage that they have during one single stun, they could like burst Anti-Mage or burst Ember. They kill people so quickly with just Sanking or Tusk setting up for him. Because that's one thing, their lineup was kind of low in disables, but that didn't really matter when you have Daedalus and Desolator on your Lone Druid.
No. This Lone Druid, I don't know. I mean, if you are LGD, are you looking at this and saying, we've got to take this out of the draft? Is there any other way that they could have laned better? Like, could maybe have done a better job of slowing him down? They do get on him. Remember, he's got the BKB, he's got the Aegis. He's just pretty much able to turn and two-shot people.
He's pretty fine here.
Yeah.
The Aegis is still intact, and he's going up the high ground. No, I don't think it was laning, though. I don't think it was that was the problem this game. Oh, they're TPing in. Brewmaster does have ulti this time, but stun is there.
I mean, if he gets it out, that's the thing. They're watching him. They're prepared for this. They've got every sort of control required to make sure that Chalice cannot get the primal split out. And in they go. On to the top lane of Rax. It seems like there's very little LGD can do to stop this.
They're just always missing someone. Now they're missing the Brewmaster when they have Rubik coming on.
Again, Mind Control just getting straight past the Rax, on top of them with the Burrow Strike, the Snowball's there, and they'll just call it GG, well played. This game is well and truly over as Liquid just continuing to look absolutely on fire today. And this was a big game to do it in. We sort of said LGD versus Liquid. We expect to see something close going on, but this game, it really felt like Liquid played flawlessly, and LGD, they just made mistakes.
Yeah,
and
Liquid
you can't afford
great,
to do that.
And LGD, they had this potential, but then there were moments when they just stepped a little bit too out of position, and suddenly they lost everything.
It just seemed all a bit wonky. Like the build from the Ember Spirit maybe was. It didn't achieve anything this game, and then you got to sort of ask yourself, if you feel pressure to go for this Drums Yours Blink build as an Ember Spirit, do you really want to be playing the Ember Spirit in this game in the first place? Maybe there would have been something else that would have worked out for them. Again, the tri-lane from Liquid seems to be this feature that teams are really struggling with, because it enables Miracle to have such a good start to the game every single time. He doesn't die because Kuroki and GH are just babysitting him and making sure that no sort of dual lane pressure causes any issues.
I think going for some aggro tri-lane play is going to be the way to bring down Liquid, because what they do is they safe lane protect Miracle on some baby hero like PA or Slark, but if you go aggro tri-lane with like 2 supports and a Sand King or 2 supports and a Centaur or something, you can actually put pressure on these weaker carries that are typically not the strongest component of a tri-lane. But every game that we have watched, our extensive 3 games of today here, Liquid have just protected really well, and